Okay, I think it sounds better, the lyrics that I wrote, towards with a mellow thing in the background. Like, it doesn't, everything doesn't have to be like a beat. Like, it doesn't have to always be like a beat that just, it could be a flow. It doesn't always have to be a beat. That's how I feel like. Sometimes things can just be a flow. Sometimes just like things can be a flow. It doesn't always have to be a beat. Let it be a flow, you know? Yeah. Okay, so looking into some other stuff that I wrote. I like this flow a lot better though. Because this is more flowy, you know. I think yeah, I just like the concept of flow than something being a beat. Because if you think about how words work, when something is like a beat, it's like beating you. Why are you beating me? No, let's just flow. And I like that because that's how it should go. It should flow. Nothing should feel like it's beating you. It should feel like a flow. And maybe we've been taught to think that something should always be like a beat. It should be like a beat. But where has that gotten us? Where has that gotten us for things to always be a beat? You know what I mean? This is like, you know what I mean though? You get it. If you get it, you get it. It's on like a higher vibration of what I'm speaking right now. But you catch it, you catch it. But like David and Goliath, we conquered giants. My name is Naraya. Time to spit this fire. And we ain't dancing with no devils, but I can teach you how to rebel. Let's start a riot and let's name it Raya. Hold up, sweetie. You are going too fast. Here's a ticket because you are just too fine. Get it? Don't play with me. I'm not your Legos. Time to ball like I'm Casino. That's been over. Time to let that go. Come with me right to the cosmos. Tell me something that I don't know. Said I'm winning, matrix glitching. No pretending, just ascending. Did you read my mind? How did you manage to be at the right place and at the right time? What's it gonna cost? Just a nickel and a dime? No, this is free, baby. Stay down till you come up. Stay up till you come up, because there was no ever reason to be down. No sleep has been the key. But get you some rest. Or pop out the nest. All smiles, but we surely ain't clowns. Let me teach you how to bow, pick it up, it's on the ground. I can teach you how to count these zeros, but I cannot be your hero. Sure, we can make amends, but I cannot be your friend. With us, it is no end. Call me nameless, but you cannot tame this. I am the studio. You don't have to put me in the studio. Turn me up on your stereo. I can transform your stereo. Raise up your frequency, and then you might meet me. Put them in ICU like I see you. Are they even human? We have no clue. Be aware, angels might be watching you. Took a dart to the heart and turned it into art. Decided to stay in my own lane. After that, nothing was the same. And you know what? I was really onto something really deep. Like, because we always relate something like lit. Oh, it's a beat. It's a hit. But, like, if you think about the terminology of these things, like, I don't mean to be a geek, but I'm going to be a geek and I'm going to go there. But if you think about something like a girl, she has a beat face, we've normalized, like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a woman looking great and putting on makeup and stuff like that. Nothing's wrong with those things. But a woman, on the contrary, a woman in her natural essence, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You wear a lot of makeup and stuff like that. It can also not be good for your skin. But sometimes when you're popping out, it's not like you're going to pop out without, like, no makeup on, because that's just how we normalize society. But we normalize things to always be a beat, like, this type beat. This is a beat. Beat, 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 beat. When you go to the club, beat, 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 beat. You getting beat with frequencies. You're getting beat with actual frequencies. I'm not trying to be a geek, you guys. It's lit to get lit. I'm just saying, like, clubs aren't always, I don't feel like, bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, sorry, I went there. I just had to go there. I just had to go there. I had to go somewhere, right? Okay. But no, for real though. Yeah. So I'm going to share more of what I wrote. But I really like this vibe. Yeah, I really like this vibe. Okay. So I'm gonna read this now to this flow. I might switch up the flow, but I really like just this regular vibes right here. Oh my god, I think they're watching me. Or blame it on my ADHD. Tick tock, tick tock. Somebody give me a stopwatch. Forgive me if I have you blocked. All these voices in my head wouldn't stop. Had to pull in the telepathic lock. You do not have my consent to put in your 2 cents. I can transform ya. No baby, but got the right formula. Where is she? Who is she? on a private jet somewhere, but how the fuck did I get here? All these voices making noises. All these voices making noises. How you got me horny with no choices? How I'm horny with no choices? Man. My father called me fat and a pirate. But look at me, I think I'm skinny. Look at me, I'm skinny. Oh my god, she's so emotional. Why does she take everything so personal? Because you said what you said. Then grab a ball. Sorry. Do you want to end up in court? Then I suggest you grab a ball and get on the court. Dribble the ball, dribble the ball. Dribble the ball, dribble the ball. Dribble the ball, fuck them all. Just dribble the ball. Dribble the freaking ball, man. Okay, so the interesting thing about writing is that a lot of this stuff, like when you have your headphones on listening to music, it sounds so dope when you listen to the music, but I'm just gonna read the actual lyrics that I actually wrote first. So the hook was dribble the ball, dribble the ball. Dribble the ball, okay. Oh my god, I think they're watching me. Or blame it on my ADHD. Tick tock, somebody give me a stopwatch. Forgive me if I have you blocked, all these voices in my head wouldn't stop. Put on the telepathic lock. You do not have my consent to put in your 2 cents. I can transform ya. No baby, but I got the right formula. Who is she? Where is she? On a private jet somewhere. How the fuck did I get here? All these voices making noises. Horny with no choices. How I'm horny with no choices? My father called me fat and a pirate. But look at me. I think I'm skinny. Oh my gosh, she's so emotional. Why does she take everything so personal? Do you want to end up in court? Well, I suggest you grab a ball and get on the court. Dribble the ball, dribble the ball, dribble the ball, fuck them all. The moment that I decided to stay in my own lane, nothing was the same. That was just something that I wrote. So, yeah, great. And that was great to get that out. That was great to create. It's always great to create something, you know what I mean? So, yep. It was all a dream. Dang, it was something else that I had in my head. It was a dream until a dream. Dream, lean, theme, team, ring. There was another lyric that I had wrote that had to do with something about a dream. Thought it was a dream, popped up on the scene, opened my eyes. It was something. It was something that had to do with a dream. 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 Dream, 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 dream. Close your eyes. Dream, 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 dream. No, that was from Sharkboard and Lava Girl. But no, yeah. So I'm gonna stop. Okay, so yeah, there's something else that I want to kind of like talk about too. And ooh, I love this. It says literally like the name of it is "Let Your Heart Rest." I like it. But another thing I wanted to mention is that like we say things and we have normalized, like there's so many things that we just normalize, and we've even normalized like guys not having feelings. Someone kind of put it this way. They were saying how like men govern kind of like the physical realm and women kind of govern like the spiritual realm. But what came to me today was that you cannot have, feeling is a higher vibration than logic. That's what it was. Feeling is a higher vibration than logic. Who can say feelings are not a higher vibration than logic? There's nothing wrong with something being like a lower vibration. I'm not saying like that makes men lower than women. That's not where I'm going here. But the concept of the energies itself, we're talking about elements here. How people make us feel is based on the elements within our body reacting to how they make us feel. People can say whatever they want to say to us, but we'll never forget how they make us feel. For reason. You never forget how somebody makes you feel. Why don't, and whether you're a man or a woman, tell me, you will never forget how somebody made you feel. In order for you to even have logic, you had to have a sense or a feeling, or else it wouldn't make sense. It would be senseless, right? It wouldn't make no sense, right? Things would actually make no sense if we did not actually feel. Go off what you feel. Go off what you feel. I'm not saying always go off what you feel. You know what I mean? I'm not saying those things are always like accurate necessarily. But to a degree, there's a lot of case scenarios where we all know a woman's intuition be on point. That extra sensory perception be on point. You know, it be there for a reason. That's not to say that we always should operate in that. And I'm not trying to argue like I'm not doing the masculinity versus femininity thing, but I'm just sharing what message came to my brain today was that, damn, feeling is actually a higher vibration than logic. So what if the world actually did operate on feeling? We think that it would be chaos, but would it really actually be chaos? We nurture a plant. If you're feeling how a plant feels, right? And that plant, when it's getting watered, it feels good, right? It feels good when it's getting watered. No matter what is existing, everything has a feeling. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Just be browsing. Like, how often do we just actually just sit in like our solitude and just like get to know ourselves for real, outside of like society, outside of your like family dynamic, outside of like what society was meant to be outside? Maybe maybe that's the key. Society was just meant to be outside. We were just meant to be outside, but then we're like all domesticated and stuff inside. And not really though. We can actually go outside, so never mind. Not really. Maybe we're not meant to be domesticated. Maybe we're actually meant to be actually outside in the wildlife, right? Show me where the wild things are. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You guys, I think I've reinterpreted it what geek means. It always doesn't have to be. You can be a street geek. You can just be really good with numbers. A street geek. There is nothing like more dangerous than a street person that has gone corporate. No, it's a joke, but I'm actually serious. No, but for real though, there is nothing more dangerous than a street person that has gone corporate. But it's not even like, I'm not trying to say that. I'm rambling right now, so it's not really, I'm not trying to like judge people and put people in categories and put things in categories. But what I meant was that geek, only thing I do every time I speak is just to get people to think about outside the box and stuff like that. Not even that you can't think while inside the box, because you can actually think while inside the box. You can do all that kind of things while inside the box too. So it's not even about being inside or out of the box. It's about what you do with the actual box itself. You don't even have to. You can do whatever you want with the actual box. Just do whatever you want. You can paint pictures on the box. You can do whatever you want. It was never about being inside of the box or outside of the box, because you've been outside of the box and we've been in the box. We've been inside of the box and out of the box, so who cares? But being a geek was like, you could be a geek wherever you are in life. You can actually be a geek wherever you are in life. Yeah. Let's start a riot. Let's name it riot. Telepathic abilities. This jacket that I'm wearing is actually a souvenir. It's a souvenir. And I really like it. I really like this jacket. Very sentimental, very souvenir. Sometimes it's very hard to think when there's so much going on around you. Very, very hard to think, very hard to focus. Until we lock in and they're able to focus and quiet the outside noise. And that's what Dribble the Ball was about. That's what like Ball is Life was about. It was about quieting the ability to quiet out the outside noise. Your capacity and ability to quiet out all of the outside noise. And I guess I really needed this day. I really needed this day just to like sit with myself and express myself. Yeah. Express yourself. But no, for real though, like sometimes I think it's like we think we want to be into things, we think we want to do certain things, but it's like we really just want to be on some chill vibes, for real. It's not really that we really want to do anything. We really just want to be around people who have our best intentions at heart, who make us laugh and just chill. And maybe we can do productive stuff too together and stuff like that, but it's not always like about just that also. And maybe that's something else I have to learn. Like everything's not about always like doing something. Sometimes it's just about just chilling, like relax. Like literally just relax sometimes. And I think that was what it was. I think that was my biggest struggle this whole entire year. It was like, damn, where the vibes at? Where the actual like real vibes at? Like where the real vibes at? Like vibes though. Like no weird stuff, just like actual vibes. Where the actual vibes at? But you can't put out weird and expect normal. That's another thing that I learned this year. It's like you can't put out weird and then expect normal, because I might be weird. So it's like if I get weird back, then girl, you might be a little weird too. Like, so I get weird. I understand weirdness. But I'm a good weird. I think I'm a good weird. I'm a good weird. For the most part. I'm a very good. I wouldn't really label like that many labels. There was something else that came to my mind. The best thing about, I don't know, whatever it was that came to my mind, it was like, in order to master being seen, you have to know what it's like to be nobody, or something like that. Okay, what did I mean? I meant it was something about being nobody. Like you really master being somebody when you can learn how to be nobody. And sometimes it takes you becoming somebody, you know what I mean? And then you realizing, damn, like I really like being nobody. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be cliche and be like, oh, the quietest person in the room is the loudest person in the room. Like I'm not trying to make it like a thing, like another trend. It's just, yeah, you master being somebody when you can master being nobody. That's how you really become somebody, is when you can master being nobody. Everybody doesn't want to master being nobody. Nobody wants to be a nobody, right? Everybody don't want to be a nobody, right? Nobody wants to be a nobody, right? You'd be surprised. You will master a lot of things in life just being nobody. Trust me. Trust me. You will master a lot of things in life just by being nobody. Yeah. That's not to say you can't like catch a vibe and do a little, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes with people and stuff like that, you know, be good vibes. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't want to do those things, and those things are a thing. But when we turn it into something else, it becomes like, damn. What happens? Like what happened was we turned everything into an industry. We turned everything into an industry. And then it took like the fun out of it. Not to say it's still not fun though. Like music is still lit. We can still vibe. We still vibe, like obviously, you know. But it's about vibing. It's about flowing. It's no longer about beating anymore. Like we're not I think we're gonna ascend to the point we're not even on that no more. It's about vibing and flowing now. It's about vibing and flowing now. And that's what true music actually really was. That's what true music actually really is. Muse. Muse and I-K. Muse, I-K. Music. Muse, I know. And what's the definition of muse? Muse, I know. It's just to muse, I know. We know. Like, right? It's just muse, I know. But it was more than that. Just to muse, I know. But yeah. I wanted to come on here and share all that information. This is what happens also when you just be by yourself all the time. Not that to say we're even by ourselves. Since a lot of case scenarios, we think we're by ourselves and we're actually not alone. And that's the kicker. We really actually don't even be alone for real. We just be thinking that we just be so alone. Oh my God, nobody loves me. I'm just so alone all the time. No, baby, you're gifted and you probably just need to figure out why you're here and on this planet and what you need to do. Like, you might have something going for yourself, okay? Don't give up, or not give up. It's not about giving up. Actually, that's another, look, that was another thing. The concept of even giving up is not even real. You can't just give up because life is not made that way. Life isn't made for us to just actually give up. There might be systems and things put into place, not to blame everything on that. We always blame something on something, but not to say that there are probably things put into place that'll make you feel like this is not for you, give up. But giving up is not something that's bad. Giving up is not something that's bad. Giving up means like, all right, that don't taste good. I'm gonna get that up. Like, sometimes it's that. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get that up. I'm gonna give that up. But it's not like a bad thing though. Like, it's not always a bad thing. I'm rambling a little bit because this is just what I do sometimes when I'm just like, I ain't got nothing else. Like, not that I don't have nothing else to do. I've been productive today. But yeah, like, how many of us could actually like sit in solitude and actually like sit with ourselves and like converse with ourselves? That's why this be kind of like therapeutic, low-key, like getting like just like recording in general kind of be like therapeutic. It'd be uncomfortable. So it can be uncomfortable a little bit at first when you just like get on camera and just start talking, but it's like, it's not really what we even interpreted it as even getting on camera. We're always on camera. We're always actually on camera. So it's like how you present yourself to yourself. How do you wish to present yourself to yourself? It's fuck them. Fuck the outside world of what you think it is and think it's supposed to look like and think it's supposed to go. Fuck that. Like, how do you present yourself to yourself? Because somebody told me, like, you are how you present yourself. But how do you present yourself to yourself? Because how do you present yourself to yourself? And that's a gem right there. How are you choosing to present yourself to your own self first? Damn. Who are you? And who are you not? But we're everything at the same time, so who cares? Shapeless, formless water. Yeah, so this is probably considered a dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul is kind of like where like you're not talking to nobody, nobody's talking to you. You probably hitting up people ain't probably really texting you back, but it's not really true. People are there. It's just that it just be a lot going on in the world sometimes, so we all just be shutting down sometimes, or we just don't know how to respond to certain stuff. Like, everybody don't. You a real friend, it was when you show up for somebody and they ain't really ask you to necessarily, but you felt like they needed it. And that's not to say you should always butt into somebody's business, because that could actually be annoying, and they'll probably look at you like you're freaking annoying. Like, you're freaking annoying. Why are you always trying to read my freaking mind? It's kind of annoying. It can be annoying a little bit sometimes when somebody in your life is like your mother calls or something like that. Not even just your mother, but whoever you care about, like, whatever. Not even just about people you care about. Somebody in your life who gives a fuck, who hits you up and checks up on you. Not even just check up on you, but just can feel you. And they're like, yo, am I tripping? Or do I feel like you good or not? You know what I mean? And I just wanted to know. Or at least send out that vibration like, yo, make sure they good. You know what I mean? Because it be like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, like, not even, I'm not gonna like, well, anyway, yeah, it'd be like that though. So don't always like, and I'd say this, like, don't take everything, like, dang, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, like, don't take stuff so personal, but everything kind of, it's like, just because you feel something doesn't mean you're taking it personal. Maybe sometimes you feel and you have a sense to um confirm what you feel or not. But everything that you feel isn't necessarily always real. But it's kind of like, there's a lot to feeling it itself. It's just a lot to feeling it itself. But it's not confusing. I'm not trying to make feeling confusing. So, but yeah. Trusting yourself. Like, if you feel like you should just, like, express yourself. Go do something. Go on a walk. Like, go do something. Sit with yourself. Meditate. Seek the answers that align with your frequency. Seeking things that align with your frequency. It's not even just about getting answers, because 1 + 1 can equal 2. Okay, thank you for that answer. But it's about seeking things that align with your frequency. Now that hits different. Now that's probably going to be above what we call logic. It's seeking things, or that is the logic in itself, seeking things that match your frequency. Seeking things that match your frequency. You are what you do frequently, seeking things that match your frequency. Are you what you do frequently? To a degree, like, that's because that's how you're representing yourself, kind of.